This is Jackie, and I'm here with Sam J at day 3 of Bonnaroo. Are you keeping cool?
I am. I have been. I've been dumping water on my head, running through that little mushroom pool thing. I've been doing what I need to do.
And you're lucky. In the comedy tent, there's air conditioning. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're treating us really good over there. There's air conditioning, beer, and Starburst. So pretty much the essentials.
It's a great party right there. How does comedy fit into the Bonnaroo music scene?
I think comedians and musicians always kind of go hand in hand. It's like, one of those two art forms kind of always overlap somewhat. So, even though they're keeping us kind of separate, I feel like we're still like a part of the festival.
Nice. And hey, air conditioning is always key. You're from Boston, correct?
Yeah, I am from Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston has a lot of great comedians. What is it about Boston that kind of just really helps nurture young comedians?
I just think it's a tough blue-collar town, you know what I mean? So anytime you're coming up in adversity in any way, it's like, that's where the funny comes from. And Boston's a pretty tough blue-collar place for the most part. We have our ritzy parts, but for the most part, it's pretty down-to-earth and blue-collar. And it's also racist, so that helps.
So what personal experiences, or why do personal experiences make for good joke material?
Because I guess people can always feel when you're coming from the heart, and it resonates with people when you're speaking your truth, and then you figure out how to make your truth funny. It's going to just be that much funnier, and it's always easier to tell and cultivate your own story.
So your jokes are more autobiographical versus observational?
I think it's a mix of both. I feel like it's kind of always autobiographical because it's my perspective on an observation. So it's always coming from me, But it's a little bit of both, I would say.
How do you know when it's time to retire a joke?
When I'm tired of saying it. That's when I'm usually done with it. And sometimes I'll retire for a little while, and then I'll experience something that adds a layer to the joke, and then I'll be excited about it again, and so I'll start telling it again, But for the most part, it just will phase its way out on its own. Like, all of a sudden, I'll just be like, oh, I don't say that anymore. And then it's gone.
So what's your technique for dealing with the unfortunate if a joke doesn't go well?
All my jokes go fantastic, so no, I don't know. I guess it's just the writing process. You just keep editing it and you figure out what's not landing about the joke. Sometimes it's wording, sometimes it's your perspective or how you're presenting your perspective. So, that's the process, It's just working the joke until you get it to a place where, for the most part, it works. It's not going to ever work all the time, every time, or at least not with every person. Somebody's always not going to like what you have to say, but you want it overall to, resonate with people.
Social media is definitely a place where not everyone's going to love what you have to say, but how do you use social media to either get feedback on jokes or to just vent?
I don't. I think it's the worst. Because it's like, I don't like people's input on my stuff until I'm ready to tell it. You know what I mean? So I know some comics who do, but I don't go like, oh, that joke got 58 retweets. It's solid, you know what I mean? Because you never know till you take it out there and you're really doing it on stages in front of people. And before then, it's like a baby to me, and I don't want everybody's stuff messing with my baby.
Leave the babies alone.
Leave the babies alone.
And your Twitter handle is Bernie Slanders?
Yes.
I like that. That in and of itself is a little funny. Joke-wise, who would you like to see become president? Because it gives you more material to write about.
Man. Who would I see become president? Like, just for the material?
Just for the material.
Of course, Trump. That's easy. He's a material factor. But, for the country, probably not so much.
Other than using a Twitter, you have also used your platform to help raise awareness about food waste. I saw a clip about that.
Yeah. Sure. I did this thing for Fusion, the homies. I did this thing for Fusion where I addressed food waste in America and basically just trying to get people to be more conscious of how much food we throw away and how many starving people there are that actually could use it.
And we throw it away just because it doesn't look good. It has nothing to do with the taste.
Yeah, before it even gets to us, grocery stores will throw food away for just not being attractive. And, that's perfectly good food that could be donated or given to some needy people. We have a large amount of people that have food instability issues in the United States. And we definitely have the food to cure the problem. We just need a system in place to do so.
Well, thank you for using your platform to share that information. That's really important.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta, like, you talk about dicks all day and get money for it. You gotta, like, do something.
Got to balance it out to make sure, you end up good in the end.
Right, balance out the energies.
What's next for you after Bonnaroo?
After Bonnaroo, I'm going back to LA. I'm working on some stuff. I'm writing some stuff. Working on some stuff with Comedy Central, shows. Yeah.
A little bit of everything. Excellent. Well, stay cool until then. This is Sam J. Thanks to In the Key of Change and Chorus.fm.